What's up, y'all? It's your man BJ Joyce coming at you live again on the Black Friday show. Y'all know the drill. I got to set this up, send it out to our 33 plus thousand people on our Facebook group in the Colorado Black Owned and Operated Business Facebook group. Make sure you subscribe to the Black Friday show, but also jump into that group if you're in Colorado and support Black owned businesses here in the state. Let me make sure that I get this sent over to them because we want to make sure that we go live with them and everybody can participate at the same time. So go ahead and drop your comments. Want to make sure that this is a show that we talk with you, not just at you. So I'm going to make sure that we get this going here for us in that group. But we are going to be talking about a bunch of different things today related to how Black people were able to build America and how we can build the Black community, right? So let me get this over. Make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, The Black Friday Show. Follow our page on Facebook and jump in there, get all acclimated and that kind of stuff. And let's go ahead and kick this off. So we, as Black people, built America, right? America wasn't built by itself. It's built off slavery. People taken from Africa, taken from their homes in Africa, and then brought across the Atlantic all the way over here to America to enrich colonists of this land, the English colonists. And then it was, well, pretty much all Europeans because the French were doing it, the Spaniards, so on and so forth. So, but primarily, the English colonies, the 13 colonies, right, is what we were brought over here to enrich them, those colonists. And then when the colonists decided to revolt and they had the revolution in 1776, they kicked England out and they continued slavery until 1865. When there was a war, the Civil War, that then decided the fate of slaves in America and slavery in America. Slavery thus ended in 1865. We are going to celebrate that freedom as part of Juneteenth coming up here in June, on June 19th. Whole history behind that. I encourage you to go and look into that. And that's when we're going to celebrate that as Black people, as Americans, not just Black people, but all of America should be celebrating that. And then after that, we have Jim Crow, which has pretty much existed since in various ways, shapes, and forms. But ultimately, America was built off of free labor. The enrichment of America is built off of free labor, and then the exploitation, the subsequent exploitation of Black people since then. Okay. So if we built America, why can't we build the Black community? Well, we can, right? We can build the Black community. How do we do that? Well, there are a variety of different ways. One of the things is we need money. We need money. Well, we make money, right? You go to work. Many of y'all go to work, you make an income, but then what do you do with it? That income goes right back to other ethnic groups. Most of that income, right? Very little of it goes into Black-owned businesses. So one way is for us, as we generate income, is that we need to go and patronize Black-owned businesses, and then we need to advocate for those Black-owned businesses for when they're looking for tax write-offs, when they're looking to just support and market, that they need to be supporting and marketing and getting tax write-offs for the things that we care about, and the nonprofits and the organizations and the other business collaborations that help Black people, right? So give our money to Black people, advocate for Black people to then continue that cycle in giving donations, forming partnerships, business partnerships, community partnerships with other Black organizations, Black people, hiring Black people, so on and so forth. And then we create an economic cycle. It's a circle, right? We can create an economic cycle that continues to support us without having to be dependent on anybody else. So that's one way that we can build Black America. The other is we have to consciously make a shift from we are integrated into America and we are now going to shift and be like all the other ethnic groups and be like, we are separate in America in competition, not with each other, but together with all the other ethnic groups in America. Because that's the game that's already being played. They're doing that, but then they've made us through integration think that we're all homogenous and kumbaya-ish and together. We are not. None of that, none of the benefits of white America happen for Black America. That's what we were hoping for with integration. I wasn't born yet, so I didn't know. But that's what they were hoping for in integration, was that all of the same benefits that white America gets, Black America would get. That didn't happen. Nobody else gets the benefits that white America gets, except for white Americans. All the other ethnic groups are competing for resources, competing for opportunities, competing for success, whether that's financial success, family success, social success, whatever success is, all those different successes, they're competing against white people and against each other and against us for that. Meanwhile, we're stuck thinking like, oh, we're going to do these things. Stop. We have to culturally shift out of that. We cannot sit here and think otherwise. We can't continue to do that. That's the status quo. That's what we are currently doing. That's what we've been doing since the 50s. Okay, integration. And by all accounts, we're not doing so hot. Okay, just saying. So if we want to shift and start prospering, start doing different things, we want to build our community up. We want to stop the mass genocide of our people through gang violence, through the poor healthcare system, through abortions, and maternal or I'll say family planning, so to speak, right? Through drug addictions, through incarcerations. If we want to stop the mental health problems, we have to culturally shift to start playing together as a team. That's another way that we build America, or build Black America, right? That's another way that we have to do it. Culturally change in our minds. We are going to support one another. We're going to build and work with one another first. We're going to do that first and make that a priority in our lives, as individuals and as a collective. We have to do those things. Feel free to drop your comments and chime in here as we're talking. I'll be sure to answer them and we can have a dialogue. But those are two ways that we America financially, right? We have to circulate the dollar amongst ourselves. And then culturally, we have to take that shift and say, we are going to support us as number one, not anybody else, but Black people. Okay. Still love other people. There's nothing wrong with that. People think that because we are for us, or I'm for me as an individual, that I'm against you. That's not the case. I pay bills at my house. I'm not paying my neighbor's bills, right? But what we've been doing as Black people is we're paying our neighbor's bills and not paying ours. So we need to start paying our own bills. Let the neighbor handle their own bills. They got jobs. My neighbor got a job. They got income. Why would I pay their bills? See what I'm saying? So we need to stop paying everybody else's bills, pay our bills. We are for us. We're not against others. is kind of how we need to look at that, right? And how we need to message to other people as well. Just because I'm for me doesn't mean I'm against you. I'm going to get this job for me. Well, I want to get that job. Great. May the best man win. I'm going to get this job for me. You can feel free to apply and try to get it for you if you want to. But I get the job. It's for me. It's not for you. Right? So we've been tricked into a different form of slavery. We've been tricked into a mental slavery to where we're not in bondage physically, but mentally we've been in bondage because we've been participating in this economic game as the givers and never the receivers. We give everything away. Everybody else takes it. Give nothing to us. We need to stop that, right? So that's a third or a second shift that we need to do. Now, how else can we continue to build Black America? Because again, we did it for white America. What did they do? They kidnapped our ancestors. They brought them over here. They beat them, whipped them, raped them, tortured them, kept them in servitude for free. Now, we're not going to be able to do those things. And we sure don't want to do it to each other, right? But we can start looking at our families, right? Our family system. They broke our families apart. They took us from our families, right? In Africa. Then when we started reproducing here in America, your family wasn't yours, it belonged to the slave owner. So then they did whatever they wanted, right? And what was a family? After so many, like, were you taken from African tradition, and maybe you potentially remembered, maybe your family remembered what your tribe did, if they can remember that kind of stuff, what your tribe's philosophies, ideologies around family were, your religious views, so on and so forth? Or do you start emulating the white man because they're in charge and they're powerful? And for survival, you started emulating and taking on their characteristics of what a family looked like, right? Is that right? Is that wrong? What do we want it to be? We've never really defined for the Black community post slavery what the family structure for us looks like. I will say this: it sure ain't working the way that we have it today, where we're having all these kids collectively, not everybody, right? But where we have a lot of men and women out here in the Black community having sex, having kids, not being together, having sex with multiple different partners, and now you got 2, 3, 4 baby daddies, 2, 3, 4 baby mamas. That drains the finances. That drains the mental capacity, trying to raise those kids, trying to be there for those kids, trying to support those kids. Those kids grow up behind because of that. So I will say that having a 2-person household, monogamous relationship, right? No kids from either side outside of that union, financially, mentally, emotionally, is way stronger and positive for the Black community than everything else. Because now you are able to work together in raising the children, however you raise them, right? You're able to support their needs with school, their emotional needs, their developmental needs, all of those things together. You have both the masculine energies and the feminine energies working together to develop those children. They need both. They can't just have one or the other. They need both. Because I'll say this: women are caregivers, they're nurturers, They're the emotional support. Children need that. Men are the rock, the strength, the women are going to hate that I say this, the logic, the logical person, right? And what I mean by that is it's straightforward, like do or do not. The survival, right? The survival piece. We need both. You can't just have the men raising kids. You can't just have women raising kids. You need both of those to complement one another with the children, right? They get raised with that. Then, in terms of just timing and raising those kids from like with school and all that, you need somebody to go pick them up. I'm working, I can't pick them up, daycares, this, that, and the other, those kinds of things. It's a lot easier when you're together and you don't have 3-4 different kids, 3 different baby mamas or baby's daddies that you got to worry about, right? The mental taxation that goes into keeping all of their records at the school together and who's got to sign for what and this is that, right? The financial piece, get 2 people in the household, 2 people working, right? Versus one person might be working and taking care of 3-4 kids by themselves, somebody else ain't, or this person's got 3-4-5 other financial responsibilities. Their money is tied to all of that's going away from those kids, right? It's going maybe to this kid a little bit, maybe, but not together, right? Maybe baby mama or baby daddy ain't working either. And so now there's that. So the family, third way that we fix and build Black America. So financial, right? Talked about financial. Talked about the family just now and our mindset shift. So financial, mindset shift, family. Okay. That's what we have to do in order to build Black America. There's probably a few other ways. I'm not going to go through everything today, but if we are going to do anything different of substance to make Black people successful here in America, then we have to, it's imperative, we have to do something different. We can't keep the status quo. We can't keep doing the same things and focusing on maybe a politician's going to be our savior and correct something. No. We have to do these other things that are tangible things, easy things to do, and prop ourselves up. Rising tide lifts all boats. As we do these things as individuals, and then we start coming together collectively to do them, that tide will raise us all together to be successful, to not just survive, but to thrive in America, to compete as a group against all other groups for the resources that they're already taking advantage of. Oh, that's fourth thing. Sorry, let's dive into that real quick. There are resources specifically carved out for us as Black people in a variety of different ways, whether that's government, private sector, nonprofits. There are resources that everybody else takes advantage of and we don't. And I mean the things that are carved out for us, they're taking advantage of. And we're not taking advantage of those. There's financial literacy programs out there specifically for us. Go and get educated about your finances, right? There are education programs. There are loan programs, grant programs. There are all kinds of learning programs to help you with whatever. Trades, finances, buying a home, you name it. Swimming, you want to learn how to swim. If you don't know how to swim, you should. Fishing, other kind of recreation. There's all kinds of programs out there specifically carved out for Black people, and we don't take advantage of them. There is a Black Student Excellence Award by Senator Coleman that's out. I'm not saying anything against our African brothers and sisters that are here. But why are my Black American students, the ones who are descended from slavery, not the one who are descended from immigrants that are either first generation or second generation here, the ones who are descended from slavery, who have the qualifications, who have a 3.5 GPA or higher, why are you not applying for this? Not only do you get recognized by the state senator, but you're also going to get a check, some money. And guess who's taking advantage of that? Our African first or second generation Black students. They're taking advantage of that, and you're not. Why? It's a prime example. There are so many, when we say, oh, where's all this stuff for us? How come we're not getting this stuff? There's that program that I've been talking to you guys about from OEdit. There's a program for loans, for free technical assistance, which means, what is technical assistance? That means they're going to help you get your accounting in order, or your marketing, or your operations, that like help you with that. They're going to consult with you on those areas in your business to help you get it to a point that makes your business loan eligible. Then they're going to help you go find the loans from these institutions that are going to be the best fit for what you need that loan for: hiring, marketing, buying some equipment, whatever that is. And then they're going to walk you through the entire loan process until you get funds in the bank. Okay. So you're not going to be left alone throughout all this stuff. Somebody's literally going to help you. This program is carved out. It's not just for Black people. It's for like rural, so like cowboys, cowgirls, like ranchers, that kind of stuff, and some other ethnic groups. But part of that is for Black people. Like, we fall into this category. Go take advantage of this. It's free. It's free. You don't even have to get the loan. Just go get the free help. So that's number 4. All right, that's number 4 that we can focus on, is actually working through taking advantage of the opportunities that already exist and are carved out for us when they present themselves, and not letting other people take advantage of them, because they are, because we're not. And therefore, it's got to go to somebody. So they're taking advantage of it, right? So economics, focus on the economics, buy from Black-owned businesses, support Black-owned businesses, support Black people that are in businesses, and have them support the community back. 2, we have to shift our cultural mindset. We have to play as a team and be Black first, okay? Black first, and love that. 3, we have to fix our families. We have to keep our families together, okay? We can't be having multiple kids out here with multiple different baby mamas or baby daddies. Can't be doing it. We have to get together. We have to build together. And then there's so many different supports that work with that. And then 4, take advantage of the opportunities that are currently carved out for Black people. Utilize them, build upon them, learn, grow, spread the news to other Black people so that they can do the same. All right. Here's your 4 ways to build America, Black America. Since we built all of America, we can build Black America. It's 4 ways to do it right there. All right. Leave your comments. I'll respond to those. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, the Black Friday Show. Subscribe to and follow our Facebook page as well. And then also jump into, if you're in Colorado Black Owned and Operated Business Facebook group, where you can find and buy from Black owned businesses all the time, all in Colorado. Oh, there is that golf tournament from the Black Economic Success Trust coming up on Thursday, June 5th. Make sure you register for that. Matter of fact, here, I'll throw that in the comments here so that you all can go ahead and register for that golf tournament. Proceeds are going to go to sponsor the Colorado Botillion Cotillion, as well as the Empowering Youth Economic Youth Group. So make sure that you jump in there in that tournament and support. If you want to sponsor, you can sponsor as well. And then also don't forget about the Black Economic Success Trust the next day on June 6th. Make sure that you come out and join in the conversation about building Black and the economics that we're dealing with around building Black, and participate in that vendor showcase as well. Showcase your business there. I think it's $2.99 is how much it is to have a vendor booth. So make sure you sign up and have a vendor booth there. This is your target market to have your business in front of whole hundreds of Black people, right? That could buy from you either on the spot or sign up for purchasing something from you later, and spread the word to somebody that they might know about your business. So be a vendor, jump into that registration for the golf tournament for the Black Economic Success Trust on June 5th. And yeah, subscribe to the channels, like and share out everything. I love y'all. We'll be here next Friday. Peace.